Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. I just wanted to post a quick update about everything that is going on. And this is my second attempt at this video. I just got a really fantastic call with some good news from the billing department in my doctor's office. We've kind of been in a state of limbo with pre-authorization from the insurance company, and it's still pending. But he's been in contact with the nurse that is in charge of the clinical review to push through that pre-authorization. And he said everything's going great, all looks good. So we are looking at getting that authorization done very soon. We are 8 days away from surgery. So I've been in the gym and really focusing on cardio and weightlifting to bump up my endurance, to boost my immune system, and to also focus on my heart and just, strengthening my heart, my cardiac muscles as much as I can for the month that I've been back in the gym at Planet Fitness. And, in addition to that, I mainly am a massage therapist by trade. So I, do a pretty good physical activity through my job. And if you've ever hosted or been at a sound healing event when I'm unloading, you see all the stuff that I have. So pretty good with physical activity. Had prior to getting into the gym and that routine, I had been walking several times a week. And it was interesting because I felt like my body really needed it, and just listening to what my body was telling me. So 2 weeks before surgery on February 26th, the doctor's office told me no supplements, no vitamins, no herbs, no medications. I wasn't really taking any medications. So the biggest challenge for me has been I was drinking 2 cups of chaga tea a day that has anti-tumor properties, and drinking herbal teas a few nights a week, like lavender and chamomile. Traditional medicinals has a really beautiful blend, and calming the nervous system, and just having that really nice soothing hot beverage on a cold winter night was really my cup of tea, no pun intended. But was taking probiotic, ginkgo biloba, vitamin D, a B12. So those were kind of the supplements. And they said no topical essential oils. And I had created a roller ball that had sandalwood and frankincense, and was using that on my spine every night and the bottom of my feet, also for those anti-tumor properties and just overall wellness. Really, not that I ever have a problem falling asleep. There's rare times here and there where my mind just is going, and I do find myself having trouble, but few and far between. So also was really helping with a much more rejuvenating night's sleep and night's rest. So no topical essential oils and no CBD. So I'm like, what's a girl to do with being this close to surgery? And we had started drinking some cacao, and that had, it was a medicinal mushroom blend that had 14 mushrooms in a powder blend infused with the cacao. And oh my gosh, it was delicious. Highly recommend it. And so all those things are like, no, can't do that stuff anymore. So with it still being in cold and flu season, and hopefully we're on the tail end, but there's still some stories out there of folks and kids that are suffering. And I really hate to say it, but we can't get away from it. It's in the news, it's on our social media feeds, the coronavirus. And all of these viruses and germs that are still going around, and walking into a hospital uh, where people are being treated for those challenges, I started really thinking deeply about, well, what can I do? And I did ask the doctor's office, well, if I can't take a probiotic, can I at least eat yogurt? And they said, absolutely, that's fine. So thank goodness. I wanted to share a couple products that I love, and I've been one that I found more recently, but one that I've been using for probably a year. It's something my body's familiar with. I love it. I also have interstitial cystitis, so I have a lot of food sensitivities. So for me, it's about trial and error, especially with something like a probiotic or a yogurt that has all those cultures in it. So these were two wonderful products that are organic. They're Lucia approved. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was sugar. So in addition to bumping up, can't have the probiotics, so we're going to eat yogurt at least once a day. I've also tried to eliminate any type of sugar, whether that's like cane sugar, regular sugar, not really a granulated sugar, white sugar kind of gal. So I am really focusing on using, if I'm using any type of sweetener, it's honey, it's dates, it's the natural stuff that has those properties, and using them very sparingly. I'm not sure if you saw, I had posted on Facebook what my breakfast looks like. Typically, it's organic gluten-free steel cut oats with some fresh fruit like blueberries. Love blueberries, all the wonderful antioxidants, the anti-cancer properties. It just has a long list of benefits, and it's low in sugar. It had raspberries in it and walnuts for brain health. So if you think about what a walnut looks like, a full walnut, it looks like a brain, and has benefits for our mental health. And lots of cinnamon. Cinnamon is great for preventing Alzheimer's and dementia. So I always intentionally put my ingredients together whenever I'm creating anything I'm going to eat, thinking about, well, what can I do to really amplify the medicinal properties to my food? Because food really truly is medicine. We're consuming it. So, if you haven't thought about that before, something to ponder. And if you have any questions, hey, I'm here. But sugar. So sugar, I've watched several documentaries over the past few years about sugar and how it is as addictive, it can be as addictive as cocaine. And it feeds cancer cells. There's been research that's been done about how cancer grows. You also have yeast that grows. They always say when you have any type of yeast in your body to stay away from sugar. It causes headaches and can cause migraines. So going into brain surgery, I want to decrease as much as I can my potential for any type of post-op headaches and any type of pain in my head and my brain. It can cause depression and anxiety and hyperactivity. So if you're going into a surgery or procedure, I hope and pray that you have peace of mind. It's human to get anxious, especially when you're getting closer with that fear of the unknown. And let's try to decrease that. With meditation, I talked about that Prepare for Surgery Now, Heal Faster program. So there's all different ways that we can really envision the outcome and our recovery process and complete healing, and go into a surgery or procedure with a clear head and more peace of mind. It increases, so sugar increases blood clots and risk of stroke. Don't really want that happening on the operating table. So this is a really big one. It suppresses the immune system. So again, if we're not able to use those supplements that are going to add to bumping up, protecting me, I want to limit any foods that are going to have a negative effect and opposite effect. And it can also increase with protein and calcium absorption. So protein being like the building block of our cells, and it can also, this may be TMI for you, but it can increase constipation. And for most of us that are going into a medical procedure, we're given some type of pain medications, narcotics, and those are renowned. They're known for causing constipation. So really limiting as much as I can the sugar and bumping up. I'm going to show you, this is one of the newer yogurts that I have found. It's called Cocoa June, and I love this flavor. It's vanilla and chamomile. So this is also organic, and this has 6 grams of sugar. I don't typically purchase flavored yogurt because there usually is so much sugar that's added. But this has 6 total grams of sugar. That includes 4 added grams of sugar. So ingredients is organic coconut, spring water, agave syrup. So this is where that sugar is coming from. Cassava root, which is a starch. It is like a root vegetable. Organic vanilla extract, organic vanilla, organic chamomile, and vegan probiotic cultures. So the other thing, I don't eat dairy, so no milk. So this is, I have to tell you guys, this is such a treat. It's like dessert. It's so creamy and so delicious, and it really tastes sweeter than it says, the amount of sugar that's in here. And then it lists all the different cultures. So I really love this. This is like my once in a while treat here. And this is cashew yogurt. So that was coconut. This is cashew yogurt. This is made by Forager. I absolutely love this brand. They make tortilla chips that are corn-free. Corn being one of the most genetically modified crops that are out there. So I try to stay away from corn as much as possible, and buy organic when I do get the urge and desire to eat corn. But Forager, so those are, it's made with like kale and spinach. It has all these greens in it. It's so delicious. It doesn't have a lot of sodium in it. That's another problem when looking for snack foods, is all the sodium that are in those chips and those tortillas. They make like yogurt drinks, and I just found out that they make cereal, so I bought a package of that, and we'll see how that tastes. But this is cashew yogurt. This has 1 gram of sugar, so this is just plain run-of-the-mill cashew yogurt. It's organic, again, dairy-free, and this has cashew milk, tapioca starch, so just be careful for those of you that are sensitive to tapioca, locust bean gum, coconut cream, and the live active cultures that they do list separately. So I love this. I love adding some honey to this. some fresh fruit, a little bit of granola, and just calling that dessert or a snack at any time of day. It's really very yummy. So, just wanted to share that quick update with all of you. And thank you so much for the outpour of love and support. I posted this video on Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn. So, all of my contacts, my friends, near and far, were aware of what's happening in my life. And again, to shed light and hope for those that are looking to face the same journey and need support. You always feel free to reach out to me. I'm here. And I've just been so blessed. My dear friend Rhonda started a GoFundMe for supporting any financial burden I might have through insurance deductibles, all the co-pays. I think I have about 6 pre-op appointments on Thursday, between this Thursday and this Friday at NYU. So the cost of those appointments. There's a couple diagnostic tests like an MRI, CAT scan, some blood work, EKG, all those wonderful things in there. In addition to the travel to and from New York, have to stay at a hotel overnight, and of course the cost of parking your car and things like that in the city. So this surgery is going to come, and there's going to be several post-op appointments to get the stitches out, to just have follow-up appointments with my neurosurgeon, and have those check-ins, and of course ongoing MRIs, and figure that out when we cross that bridge, what that schedule is going to look like. But there's going to be a good chunk of time, like about 4 months, where I'm not going to be working. So we're going to be down to one income. And you may know that we just purchased our first house in October. So we're really excited about that. It was like everything was just happening all at once. Crazy. So thank you so much to those of you that have donated, that have shared the GoFundMe site. If you are not able to financially contribute, sending, as you've all done, sending prayers and love and light and intention my way, and I will of course let everyone know when the time will be that I'm going to be beginning my surgery, so we can really, it's part of that 5-step program I was talking about earlier, so we can really set a mass group time for intention. The nurse that I went through the program with on the phone this afternoon explained to me how patients have reported feeling like an overwhelming sense of peace and calm when they have all of their support group, sending those loving vibrations to them. So thank you. And thank you for, checking in on me and watching my videos. And I'm gonna be posting some more videos before and after. Want everybody to kind of follow me, and this is sort of a online journal, a video journal, if you will, of this whole process. So have a wonderful rest of your day, a beautiful and blessed week, and I'm signing off. Peace and love from my heart to yours.